Hi again, everyone. TJ All's I-45 now. A couple of updates for you. Harris County having some serious issues getting their election day total counts in. Let's go ahead and show you the exact cause of the delay. We haven't gotten a full measure on this. What does it cause for our viewers? Well, obviously, if you're following any of the Harris County races, obviously that's a concern for you. But and primarily the state Senate District 11 that folks in our neck of the woods are trying to pay attention to here. So let me get. I'm going to bring up the Harris County numbers again. For those of you who joined us earlier, you saw me do this once before, but I'm just going to pop up this screen right now. This is the Democratic side of things on county judge, and we're going to scroll through this real fast on the two races: county judge and county commissioner, precinct 2. Now you see this, Alina Hidalgo leading the way as expected, going there. But this is what we wanted to show you. Now look at this breakdown. This is all of Galveston, I mean all of Harris County, by the way. And so you see, it's absentee and early votes make about around 88,000, a little bit more than that. But what's frustrating here is now election day totals are just now coming in. So there's only been 1,377 votes in that primary actually counted. That's 14 of the 375 senators. Same thing, precinct 2, Harris County, where Adrian Garcia is expected to win easily and then face his Republican challenger. 132 votes out of Harris County, precinct 2, have been counted thus far. So there's an issue there. So let's go ahead and take a look at what we got on the Republican side of things out of Harris County, because that's going to be a key one as well. So let me bring those up right now. Give me just a sec. All right, here we go. And see which one do we have. Now that's Democrats again. Sorry about that. Let's take that away. Sorry, it's a little bit harder to read when we bring on the small screen on this. So we're going to do this again here. There we go. This should be the Republican side. And it is. All right. So why does this one matter? Obviously, what we're paying attention to for our area is the State Senate District 11 race because the winner of that Republican primary is on. Now, Mays Middleton's had a comfortable lead throughout when you count everything in according to the state numbers, and we'll put those up for you here in a little bit. But as you take a look at it here, Harris County numbers out of that 11,923 votes total in there, all but one of those is election day. Right now, no election day totals from that state Senate district race have been reported in Harris County. So that could have a change, if anything, of leading to a runoff here where Mays Middleton is avoiding one. There are enough votes in there to cause a runoff. And right now, I should point out that Bianca Gracia is actually the one, based on state numbers, that's in second place here. So that could have an impact on this race. And so it's something here. So let me tell you, this is from the latest numbers we have from the state, and shows Mays Middleton with 35,239 votes. Bob Mitchell, 8,141. Dr. Robin Armstrong, 8,294. Bianca Gracia at 11,244 votes there. Now, we're seeing some numbers from Harris County come in even as I'm talking to you right now. But at this point, it's really hard to say what's going on, why we're having this situation. And in fact, our partners, ABC 13, Maya Shea, had this report.
Remember, this is the first major election where you actually use pieces of paper and actually fed them into the machines. These are all new machines. So if one of these pieces of paper got a wrinkle in it, they put it aside in a separate box so they can re-examine it. So we're being told that that might be some of the delay. And then other reasons include the fact that we're just a big county and the ballot was so long. Take a look behind me as I step aside. You can see staff members right now unloading boxes and boxes of ballots from all around Harris County, bringing it here to this one location in Northwest Houston. In Harris County, you're talking about 600 somewhat square miles, hundreds of drop-off locations or polling locations. So it does take a while to bring it back, but there is no doubt that people are frustrated. Still, the election administrator explains that the group here will be able to comply with Texas law when it comes to elections and that the votes will be counted.
And we're seeing boxes roll back. So those voting locations are already rolling back to our drop-off site. Looks like we've had about 155 of those locations already deliver their equipment. So that's the ballot boxes, the scans, their ballot bags, all of those live votes to the drop-off location, which means they're getting loaded up on trucks and being delivered here every 15 minutes as those trucks get rolling. We've got another
So you can see that she's explaining there's just a lot of boxes, but really, I have covered elections here for a long time, and I will say that it does certainly feel like those results are coming in slower, that we're not getting those as first batch of election day numbers before the 10 o'clock news like we used to, but we also have new election voting machines with a paper trail, so that may be making a difference. It might be more voters. It might be some other issues. Nothing that we can quite figure out today, but we are told that sooner, unfortunately not sooner, but within the 24-hour period, we will get election numbers.
So again, no lot of reasons why there's delays, just that there are delays. And Harris County is starting to update. And it's slower, but it's coming in now. And you hear about the deadline. So the actual deadline to have your votes tallied for county election office is by 7 o'clock the day after the election. So 7 o'clock on Wednesday, March the 2nd, those results all have to be in to the Secretary of State's office. And that includes everything. So Galveston County right now is, by the way, the only delay they have is counting the mail-in ballots, or also called absentee, if you want to still use that old term. Just talked to Dwight Sullivan a little while ago, and about to find out numbers from him. Hopefully, matter of fact, I will do this as we're live here, and I asked him on NETA on the. And by the way, I should point out he's great about communicating with us on these elections, and he's transparent on this. I enjoy working with his whole office. Ernie, Mary, the whole crew over there, Dwight as well on and that. So how the mail-ins come in is that they have to go in before the ballot board, and then they go count, scan, get all the numbers, make sure there's any conflicts with any of them, because the mail-in ballots are going to be done by hand. So if something gets kicked out, it then has to be reviewed, and that may be that's the tedious part of it, and that's why they wait on that until the end. Again, there's 3,100 total mail-in ballots out of Galveston County, and so right now we don't know how many of those are Democrat, how many are Republican, and it shouldn't have an effect on any of the races that we've gone over. Only one I would suspect it may have an effect on is going to be because a lot of folks in the West County like to do mail-in ballots, and so that Justice of the Peace Precinct 2 between APFFEL and Nelson. There, let me just show this one to you here right now. Last count we have, this is everything in except for the mail-in ballots. Mike Nelson, the incumbent, 4,427 votes. Lake APFFEL, 4,792 votes. So only a few hundred there. If there's a big bulk that come in from the West County, that could change that number. That one's been going back and forth throughout the night. So that's one area that may be affected by the mail-in ballot. There are only 11 provisionals total. The provisionals won't play a role in this. So let's just go over what we got here for you so far. Now, this is from the Secretary of State's office. The updated numbers here. Mays Middleton, 35,239. The State Senate District 11. Those Harris County numbers still sitting out there. Don't know how many of those will apply to this race. Waiting on that. Patrick Gursky and Terry Leo Wilson on their way to a runoff in State District 23. That's to replace Middleton. who left office to run for state, well, didn't run for office because he's running for state senate. Hank DUGIE winning as county treasurer here tonight. Big win for him. That big platform of he wants to eliminate the county treasurer's office. Obviously, even elected, he can't do it on his own. He's got an office still to hold, but the legislature will have to do that a lot later. So here we go. And then now, next up, we've got Congress, Texas 14 Democrats. This one's been going back and forth, and now again, Michael Williams leading the way at 9,805 votes. Eugene Howard at 9,783. It's from the Secretary of State's office there. Randy Weber is going to cruise to victory in the GOP primary for that same seat. So he'll face either Michael Williams or Eugene Howard come November. County Court number 2, KERRI FOLEY reelected easily. This was the first race we called on the night there, defeating Todd Lee by a wide margin. Biggest win of the night there. Ken Clark winning the GOP nomination and thus will be reelected as County Commissioner Precinct 4 there, beating out Dr. Matt Robinson in that race. They got a little nasty toward the end there. And then Galveston County District Court Judge 122nd District Court, JETH Jones, easily winning that race over Timothy Clark in that race. And then Galveston County Justice of the Peace Precinct 2. This is the one I was just telling you about, that we're going to wait on those mail-in ballots to see how it goes. Galveston County GOP Chair, Dr. Pat McGinnis, winning re-election to that, just running over Norman Papoose with a number of votes there. This is again from the State Board of Education, Julie Pickering, staying above that mark at 51.38%. We'll see if enough votes on that on Galveston County may affect that, but doesn't look like it will in that race at all. So we'll have that one finished up for you as well. So we're going to give it a little while here. We want to get those mail-in ballots from Galveston County in our totals, so we can update our totals. When we get those in, we'll update them for you, and then from there we'll see what Harris County is doing. But we may have to wait until the morning to get an update on that from our folks there on that. So in any case, we've got Harris County, as I said, kind of holding things up. Let's take a look again here to see if we've got a better update on Harris County. This is the Republican side of things, as I said, and we'll pop it up here, see if we got any more votes on the election day numbers. And no, this is just getting frustrating. State Senator District 11, for example, it's only showing one election day vote out of Harris County, and then it went to Mays Middleton. We know that's not accurate. We know it's way off. So we're going to have to see what that happens there. That could change things in a way that it goes to a runoff. Mays Middleton is definitely going to dominate here. But that affects every other race across the way that Harris County delays here. As we could change things up in Harris County race for county judge on the Republican side of things. It could on Precinct 2, who faces Adrian Garcia in November. Probably not. Jack Mormon and Jerry Mouton leading the way there. So it's doubtful there'll much of a change there on what that is, because no one's really close to Mouton there. John Manlove is the closest, 16%, but you never know. So we've got to see what's going to happen there. So we're still waiting on Harris County results. And then, as I said, also we want to get those mail-in ballots counted in Galveston County. And when we do, we'll pass those along to you. I'm TJ Alds, I-45 Now.